Hello and welcome back to my channel. In today's Tuesday review video, I want to talk about the newly launched Too Faced Concealer. So this one is their multi-use sculpting concealer. It's from their Born This Way line. They did have, do have, another Born This Way concealer that I also have reviewed on my channel. It's more of a light coverage concealer, whereas I believe this is supposed to be Too Faced's answer to the infamous Tarte Shape Tape. This one's supposed to be more coverage and all of that stuff, but it's also supposed to be hydrating at the same time, whereas a lot of the complaints about the Shape Tape concealer is that it's too drying. I can't attest to that. I've never tried it. The Shape Tape concealer is an exclusive to Ulta, which is in the States, so if I ever wanted to buy it, I'd have to go to Ulta in the States or order up the Tarte website, and I just haven't done that. So like I said, this is newly launched. I have mine in the shade Swan, which is their lightest color. I am wearing it right now. I've tried it a couple times, and I feel like I can talk about it for you today. If we can take a quick look at it on the Sephora website, this is the Too Faced Born This Way Super Coverage Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. Like I said, it retails for $36 Canadian. It comes in 20 shades. What it is, a hydrating, full coverage, weightless, 4-in-1 formula that conceals, contours, highlights, and retouches contours. That's strange. What it does, this hydrating, buildable, multitasking concealer masks imperfections, smooths, and sculpts skin for natural-looking coverage. It's infused with coconut water, alpine rose, and hyaluronic acid skin-love ingredients that come together for crease-free, weightless wear that's so naturally flawless, they'll think you were born this way. And then later it says it's photo-friendly and wears up to 12 hours. So my experience with this concealer is this. It is not a bad concealer, but it is most definitely not my favorite. I like the big doe foot applicator. I think Emily Noel on YouTube here would affectionately call this a buck foot applicator because it's so big. But my issue with this formula is that it's, like, I get that it's supposed to be hydrating, but because it has virtually no dry down to itself, if I don't use a ton of powder to set it, I'm gonna get really creasy. But then I find that when I use a ton of powder to set it, it still creases and then it looks dry. Does that make any sense? I also do have very wrinkly under eyes for someone who's only 24, so please keep that in mind. So the first way that I tried to wear this concealer, I basically did that standard YouTube triangle under the eyes, and then I set it with a very minimal amount of powder. And after all day wear, I had crazy creasing, like right under my eyes, over on the tops of my cheeks. Like I had a lot of creasing. So basically the way that I have been using it that I find it works best is if I use significantly less concealer, I just kind of dot it on my face, and then I really have to take powder on a wet sponge and use that to set it down. That's the way that I found it works the best. Minimal concealer, maximum powder. But even still, I don't love it because I do still feel like it creases, especially in some of my deeper lines under my eyes. And I find that I typically drag my concealer onto the sides of my nose a little bit, even if unintentionally, just because my nose is so weirdly shaped, I get it over there by accident. Under my sunglasses pads, it leaves like a hole, like a crater. This does not do well under my glasses pads. And I don't even wear glasses full time. So if you wear glasses, this is not going to do well under those. It does have a fair amount of coverage. I will give it that. It's pretty full coverage. It's not drying on my skin, but I just feel like if I have dryness on my eyes, it will kind of cling to it. And then at the same time, like, it will settle into my lines and gather there. And, you know, I just feel like I have other concealers that I like better. Even, like, the ColourPop concealer, I feel like I like that better because that one creases a little bit, but it's creasing a little bit because I didn't set it, you know what I mean? Whereas this, I'm having a hard time finding the happy medium between powder and concealer level to find how much, how to get it to not settle in my lines. And then also I had the issue where, like, it'll transfer onto anything. So, like, I have to wear sunglasses a lot because it's been really sunny the last little while. And then I take my sunglasses off and I have to, like, try to fix my face when I get wherever I'm going because I have craters on the side of my nose. So it's a nice concealer, and I don't hate the color range. Like, Too Faced is getting better with their color selections, definitely. So, like, I'm not going to say don't try it. And you definitely get, like, a lot of product in here. Like, this is a big concealer. Look at it. It almost looks like a foundation. How much do you get in here? You get 0.5 fluid ounces. So you do get a fair amount of product in here, you know? And, like, I'm not complaining. The packaging is definitely better than last time on the other concealer. I don't know. I really, really wanted to love this. I ordered it before it was even in stores. Like, I was like, I'm here for this. Let's go. Too Faced's version of the Shape Tape. Let's go. And it's just not as good as I wanted it to be. Like, maybe it'll be perfect under your eyes if you're, like, young and you have like beautifully smooth under eyes and you haven't been aged by the wears and tears of daily life like I have. Maybe if you're like perfectly hydrated, like if you drink a lot of water, like maybe you're not wrinkly under here and you're fine. But if you are wrinkly under your eyes, you're gonna have a hard time finding the happy medium between setting this and not setting it. Just saying. Anyways, I hope that makes sense. Those are my thoughts on the new Too Faced concealer. Their, what's it called? Super Coverage Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. Why are names so long these days? Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and you subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed already. And I will see you next time. Bye!